Hey YouTubers, this is EMDSD14R coming live from the Keystone State. This video is on my mini projects that I've been doing as far as my freight cars are concerned, and I'm going to be going into detail on what modifications were done and what upgrades were done to get these freight cars back up and running. Okay, got my ER&W SD24R number 240 pulling this train. It's an Atlas, really strong unit. Alright, the first car up is my completely refurbished and rebuilt Bachmann Rock Island coal car. You guys have probably seen this in a couple of videos over the past couple of years, but this car technically hasn't been in great shape. I mean, the original frame was damaged, and it really just wasn't adequate for what I needed. So what I did is, the last time I went to Nicholas Smith Trains, which you guys haven't seen that video because I haven't filmed it yet, so yeah, that'll be coming up. I went and picked up some new trains, and what I did is I purchased two of these new Bachmann Norfolk and Western 3-bay coal hopper cars. I chose two of them. The other one is back over there. And what I basically did is I took its frame and grafted it to this older Bachmann car. What I had to do is I had to trim down the side braces all the way around and then at the front, and I actually used the original screws for the trucks, and I actually had to cut the kingpin hole off the other car so that the trucks could be screwed on, because without that the screws would just fall out. So that's what I did with that particular car, and it works great. It pulls. It's a great car now, so no worries with that. Moving on down the line. Moving down the line, and we're going to my two inland steel hoppers here. You guys have seen these before and what I got for Christmas. They weren't running at the time because I didn't have enough parts for them, but now I was able to get all the parts for them. I got knuckle couplers on them, and they're in great shape, as you guys can see. I believe these are Bachmann too, but I think the trucks don't tell me that. They look more like Athearn, so I'm probably thinking these are Athearn ready to roll hoppers, but I don't know anything about them. No information. I haven't found any information about them online or anything. So, okay, moving on. We got my Gunderson 5-pack set. Basically, what I did is I added metal wheels to all the cars, and that's really good because now I can run them again. Well, I wasn't able to run them before, but now I'm able to because they have the metal wheels on them. They already had kadees on them, which is cool because that saved me time and less money. And then here's my other 48 TTX container car. I actually have two of these in my collection. This is the second one. This one has been out of service for I don't know how long. And what I've done with it is the container in here has a weight in it, so it's actually for added weight. The trucks on here, if you look, are Kado trucks, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but the bearings, they actually have real roller bearings that turn. I put the kadee whisker couplers on it. This car works and performs flawlessly. It's a great runner. Had a little trickiness with it at first, but that was all sorted out, especially once I put that container in there. That adds weight. And then you guys have seen this car before. This is my custom car models. That's KAR, not CAR. That's KAR models, custom painted Central Vermont boxcar. What I did is it came with friction bearing trucks, which is not prototypically correct for this car. I put the Kato roller bearing trucks on this car also. My friend Aaron, aka AMH92 17, actually his road railers all have Kado parts on them. Not Kado parts, Kado trucks, I should say, Kado trucks, and they work out flawlessly, and I like them now too. I do have some Kado equipment, but those are the first Kado trucks I bought. That's another thing I picked up from Nicholas Smith Trains. This is my New York Central, I think this is an ACF 4-bay hopper, I believe. I'm not sure if it's ACF, but I'm pretty sure it is. This car was out of service for a long time as well. I put the Kato trucks on this one as well, and it's a great runner. I also put the kadee whisker couplers on. This car was out of service for a long time as well, but now it's up and running. So let me move the train further. There's my Conrail, my yellow Conrail boxcar from Walthers. There's my super weathered rail box boxcar. Gotta get the trucks weathered. This is my Roundhouse Union Pacific ballast hopper that I installed the metal wheels on it, but that was already done. There's my Vermont Northern. Was there even a Vermont Northern? I'm not sure if there was, but you know, that's the only Vermont Northern car I've seen. I don't know if that's custom painted or not. But here's this next car. This is an IHC covered coil car, and this thing was out of service for a while, and I was able to get it up and running today. I wasn't sure if it was going to be up and running. This is actually a pretty hard car to find in this particular paint scheme. You can find them in other paint schemes, but this one is extremely hard to get. I picked this up many years ago. I think it's called a clamshell coil car, if I'm not mistaken, a clamshell. And let me tell you why. Let me just open this up. I really shouldn't be. You know what? I'm not going to even do this one-handed because I don't want this thing. I don't want to mess it up. So let me just put the camera down. I am so sorry if you guys are looking up at the train, but I have to do this with. I have to be careful with this. But yeah. Okay, I think it's done now. This is why it's called a clamshell. That's pretty much why. The side does open up wider than that, but I had to be very gingerly with it. Well, not gingerly, but delicate with it, because the original kingpins for the doors were plastic. And when one end broke, that was many years ago, I replaced them with 3/8 screws. So now the car just closes up, and as I said, I have to be very careful how I do this because this particular car is extremely hard to get. But it's a great car. I got the roller bearings on it, kadee whisker couplers, runs great. Runs great. Happy to see that coil car up and running. And then the next is my Santa Fe. This is a manual boxcar. It says a shock control. This car has been in my collection for many years. I put roller bearing trucks on it, metal wheels, kadee couplers. I will be doing a video on how to modify your older manual cars to accept these kind of trucks and couplers. It's pretty easy to do. Pretty easy to do. Glad I was able to get this car up and running. I like it. Now we move the train along, and you're probably wondering, what in the world is that? Well, this is actually the chassis of a Bachmann Amtrak Crane. Yep, it's a Bachmann chassis. If you guys remember the Amtrak Crane that they made many years ago, this is the frame or the chassis of one. And I've had it sitting in my junk bin, or my salvage bin I should say, for many years. And since I bought all these parts, I say, why not make a custom steel mill spacer car? You know, why not just make a custom one? I removed the battery. I removed the box from the center. I left the screws intact. These are Kado trucks. It has Kado trucks as well. The bolsters are custom by me. I added extra weight down here. The styrene I actually custom shaped that with my Dremel disc sander, not my disc, but my round sander. I forget what it's called. And then I added the flat piece of steel that is actual steel, not steel but metal, on top of the car for extra weight. But that is removable when I paint it. That is removable. So yeah, very unusual car. Not sure if a real steel mill will recycle a crane into like a custom spacer car, but I thought it would be something interesting to do. And then finally, I have my Walthers cover coil car. This is from Illinois Central Golf. One of the few Illinois Central cars that I have. This car has been out of service for I don't even know how long. I have the McHenry couplers on it, but that's temporary because I'm telling you, I'm eliminating all plastic couplers. Everything that's plastic's gotta go. Gotta go. But this car is running again. It's got the Walthers black and metal wheels on it. The coils are missing the braces on them, like for when you stack them on top of each other. There's like these braces that come up. Those are missing. I don't know if there's any replacements for that, but it's okay. That was a kit, by the way. And then I actually was digging around in my salvage, my repair bin, and I found out I had another one of these particular ore cars. It's not a G36, but it's similar to a G36 ore car. I actually have 8 instead of 7. So I have these here, and then I have those there, and then I have this one. Now this one I have to actually put different trucks on it because the trucks are actually too low, and they're touching the frame and they're shorting out the track, so I have to fix that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.